Welcome back to another Walking Head. Today, guys, we're going to coach up Alex Eubank, training SHARMS with Shizzy, Jizzy, and Tizzy. Can I coach up the title? SHARMS. I'm like, is this a SHARMS video? SHARMS. All right, we're going to coach up SHARMS. I'm assuming that's going to be like, let's go here. Just watch this here real quick.
We're going to be training what? Shoulders and arms?
Shoulders and arms. SHARMS.
Yeah, so SHARMS, yeah.
SHARMS. Because it's too hard to say shoulders and arms. First coaching up point of the day. Don't get lazy and short form things that don't need to be short formed at all. Just say I'm training shoulders and arms. Like if I'm training back and delts, I'm training belts. What do I do a full body workout? What do I call that? I'm working chest, back, shoulders. I'm trying to do it in my head. Should be in it. I'm sure. Like, is that what we've come to? Honestly, is that what we've come to? We have that short of attention span that we can't even say full damn words. We gotta shorten it and say SHARMS. Oh, it's gonna start great.
That'll be a good clickbait title right now with what's going on. They're known for having like, what was your measurement? 19 or 20?
19, we'll say 19 and a half for fun.
And then yours were 20, right?
Yeah, you're 21. 20 and a half.
Crazy. That's actually
21 and a halI'm Look, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. When people, I used to know exactly how big my arms were. I used to know all the time how big my arms were because I measured them a lot. It's something you did. And then I got older and stopped caring how big my arms were because I started realizing the only one who keeps asking me how big my arms were guys. I was like, wait a minute. I'm measuring my arms for myself, but the one who really cares is me and some other dudes. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Someone wants to know some metrics, you give some metrics, cool. They're like, when you know exactly 21 and a half and 3 centimeters. All right, here we go. Boom, here we go. Okay, here. All right, hold on, I'm about to get demonetized. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. If you guys actually know their names, let me know. Let's have some fun. You guys do the work for me, help me out. I know Alex Eubank, he's got a regular name. He's not AZ for Bazy. Wait, AZ Yabazy? Sorry. Anyway, so we're doing shoulder press. You're right, so we can see, yoink. Okay, so he's getting some stretch here. He's doing some, he's working the eccentric. Nice, good work on that. But we're missing a little bit of that range of motion. Then we got Alex kind of doing a guillotine move here. He just decapitation. I call it the guillotine. That's the guillotine tempo. That's my new thing. You got the guillotine tempo. Just zoom, foof, that's it. So a couple of things, guys. I'm looking at here. If you're watching this, these guys are doing shoulders again, right? So shoulders, obviously, Smith machine. Obviously, if you're not paying attention, you don't really see. You can tell that they're on an incline. You can tell they're in an incline, and I can tell obviously because they're lying back, but how they're trying to stack the joints is gonna be pretty hard because they haven't adjusted this bench in a way where it's gonna optimize how they're positioned, right? So they're on a bigger incline than this. So they're like this. So guillotine. You can watch when they do their set, I think Shizzy, one of the Izzies is bring himself up like this, and he's kind of like forward like this and pressing, and he's, this isn't set in position where it's going to land on the part of your chest or your anterior delts that it should. So if we're doing a high incline, which anything basically, you're in every little incline you go up, you're hitting more and more of your anterior head. So let's put it this way. If I'm on decline, let's say decline, it starts down here. Then flat bench right here, 15-degree incline is like this, 30-degree incline is like this, and then 45 is getting like up here, right? And we're on like a 45 here, then obviously 90 is like smack dab on the front. And because of the positioning and the bar being in front, the load is going to be primarily on the anterior head of the delts. The only issue with this is these guys are back too far. They're like this and then pressing. And you can see stacking the joints isn't optimal at all here because I'm on an angle this way, which means I'm putting force. Let me just put this weight here. I'm putting force this way, right? I'm pressing straight this way. So I'm pushing out instead of pushing up. But the only way for me to push up is to get underneath it and have this weird elbow thing this way and then I'm off. So Shizzy, Jay-Z, whatever one of them has to pull himself like this forward. And he's working the eccentric, which is great, but the point I'm trying to make is make sure you're setting the bench up. So before you start, you do a little check here and there to make sure that when the weight comes down, it's on top of the area that I'm working, right? My head's gonna go back and dodge my chin the entire time. So if I'm on an angle, if I'm on an incline, your cues are going to be floor to core, shoulders back away from the ears, and head on the back of this thing. Stop lifting your head up. Especially if we're on the incline, I don't need to lift my head up to see in the mirror in front of me here. I don't gotta do this, look. I can just literally just kind of do this. I don't know if you guys watch my eyes, but they're kind of doing this. I can see myself perfectly fine. Not really right now, but someone's in the way. Either way, I don't gotta do this. So,
Johnny, you telling me? You tell him?
yeah, I'm gonna
Tell him right now.
I'm gonna tell him right now. I'm gonna tell him now. Give me a sec.
Right now.
I'm gonna
Tell him.
Guys, yo,
That's
check it
right.
out. A lot of you guys watch the video but not subscribed, so do me a huge favor. Subscribe my channel. Help me get my numbers up. Also, make sure you hit that post notification button as well too, so next time I drop a video, you'll be the first ones to get it. And hopefully by now, guys, you like the video. So if you like the video, hit the like button. All right, back to the show.
Now come back
I
here.
told him. When you're setting yourself up, this bar should be coming right down on the chest right here where it should, right? And then when it comes to stacking the joints, at the bottom of your lift, think of your arms as being like your forearm bone, your radius and ulna for you pedantics out there. I'm just joking, no one's saying that. If anyone calls me out for not saying the ulna and radius, good for you guys. Either way, I want that to be basically straight down, right? I don't want it to be like out like this. I don't want to be this, right? I'm gonna get a lot of stretch, but I want my arms to be basically like straight, like a 90-degree vertical down. I don't want an angle. So set yourself up, and it's gonna be different for everybody, right? So I think one of them are pretty much too close, so they're kind of like this, and their arms are too close, they're too congested. So think about getting your hands, finding your landmarks on here, the smooth part here for me. If I put my ring finger here on the way down, here's what I look like with my pinky finger a little bit outside of the smooth part from here. So we got weight, good enough weight on here. You can see where the angles are not an optimal place at all, right? And you can tell from floor to core that they're not really engaged from the ground because they got this very, relaxed look from here. And I'm sure if we watch a little longer, we can see their feet moving a bit. Guillotine reps, right? Just missing the mark on that, right? So now he said, hey, screw this. I'm gonna go fast anyway. Head's moving, we're not getting much here at all, and we're missing the mark. So when I say it's missing the mark, if I do a press, if you look at where my arm finishes, it's not finished yet. It's finished down here, right? You can see that there's still, what do you call it? There's still gains left on the table, right? Going from here is going to definitely stimulate some muscle growth. It's gonna recruit some muscles for sure. But if we want to get the most out of this, we want to be here. So we're stretching. We're basically going from here. Look at my arm. Think about my elbow. Pointing in this direction, it's up and out, and then it goes from here all the way. Oh, we can stop here, but guess what? It goes all the way down. There's your full range. And where's our best place in terms of the portion of the lift that's going to elicit the most amount of muscle growth? It's eccentrically loading down to that full stretch so that we get the full range of motion. So if you want to make this more optimal, you want to get yourself here, floor to core, chest up, controlling the weight down. Once it gets low enough, like close here, you're going to take a nice deep breath in, and it's going to expand the chest, and it's going to give you that much more range of motion. And then from here, driving it up and then controlling it back down. Chest up and push, right? If Alex would flip his tempo, he'd be on it because he basically does right? Which means he's not controlling both movements. You should think about doing this or any exercise as, let's just take this movement. You're doing a pull-up and an overhead press. I'm pulling the weight down. Look at this. I'm doing a pull-up, and then I'm doing a press. I'm doing a pull-up, and then I'm doing a press. If I go like this, slowly, it's going really slow, and it's traveling across your screen very slow, and I would say somewhat precise. But it's not until I put pressure against it that it's that much more precise moving across, right? Doing without my hand, putting pressure on this is the same thing as letting the weight just drop and then pushing it back up. You want to control the weight coming down because your muscles are still working eccentrically, loading the weight, and then tight here, full stretch, and then controlling it up, and then being more precise on the way down so there's more muscle recruitment when we slow the rep down and ride it down and stretch and then release. So all we got to do is just go a little lower, right? Again, now we watch these guys do a plate in a 25. Now they got 2 plates on. He's got a plate in 35, it looks like. Right? Do not spot your man if you can't get 4 range of motion or do a full rep with the weight you have. So he's getting a little 4 range, he's controlling at the top, and then just dropping it. All right, so we got the crip walk, right? Watch his feet. Up, feet are moving. Oh, wow, Jesus Christ. Right, so don't tap dance. For the core, your ground is your leverage. It's your first. Just leave them on the ground, man. Stop doing this. From here, from floor to core. When it gets harder, here's a really good cue I gave my client this morning. Literally, all of you guys. When you feel the weight going down, I want you to put pressure into your feet. I want you to feel the weight coming from here and the ground. And you're gonna feel this weight in your feet actually. Literally, take it here and push your feet into the ground while the weight's coming down. And then pushing yourself into the ground and your feet in the ground as well too. You're pushing both yourself back into the bench to get that 4 range of motion. If the rep is hard, you're like, it's hard, and you're like, you're pushing through, you're pushing, use the back of the bench as leverage. Don't tap dance and think that's gonna help you get up. Like doing this ain't gonna make the weight come off, makes no sense. Easy one for you, watch this. If I stand up, makes sense, right? Now watch. I mean, obviously there's a weight on this thing, but like, if I take I can't do that. I can literally push from the floor. Leave your butt in the bench. And if you can't control the rep, you got X amount of reps, and you get to a rep where you're just like, where the eccentric, here's my thing, when the eccentric load just drops, you're done. You can't do a concentric if you can't control the eccentric. You can't do a positive push if you can't control the negative coming down. That is literally how I gauge if my clients are actually working hard, if they had extra reps in the tank, or if they're coming close to failure. Fighting the bar should happen, but if you can't control the weight coming down, don't go for another rep. You're done. I mean, finish that rep, but don't go for an extra 2. That's how you ego lift. This is lifting and having fun. Have fun, lift. I don't give a shit. Do your thing, but again, you're not gonna start thinking about these things until you're my age. And if you're not thinking about it till then, it might be too late. And then you're like,
oh man, I wish I could do what I did when I was 20.
Guess what I'm saying right now? I can do all the things I could do when I was 20 and better right now. It's a flex. Actually, let me tell you something pretty funny. Actually, I was out the other night, and this woman was talking to me. She was coming from a wedding. She was there with her husband, whatever, and I was wearing a nice, vest, and she's like, well, yeah, you're probably younger than me. You're probably younger than me, right? I'm like, how old are you? She's like, 35. I'm like, I'm 40. She's like, oh. I was like, I felt so good about myself because I take care of myself. You follow what I do too, you'll be having the same flex when you're my age. Anyway guys, till next time, binge watch my videos. You guys know how it is, iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.